Hey everybody. We are on our own yard. And first I will, before we go anywhere, before we start anything, look, that thing there, you see what it is? That's how we store our trampoline in the summertime, in the wintertime. So it's just there in the middle of the, hey, Tutsampa, moikka tontutykki. That is just standing there. And you have to keep it sort of in a place where you see it, so that you don't accidentally run it over with bulldozer if there's so much snow that you can't see it anymore. Like, hey, nice to see you too. Hey, Cosmic Crows, nice to have you here. Oh, look, this is what we forgot to do.
What I'm doing now.
Yes, well, it's so
I thought
frozen
I'd do
that.
it behind you so people don't have to see
Yeah, but I mean, all of
it.
this stuff. Hey, Susan.
So this is the Christmas tree, and I still had the foot on. It was still standing next to our door as a decorational item. But it shows you what kind of household we run.
So you saw when we got our Christmas tree earlier, and that is then that tree is going to be taken to the horses. Hasn't been done yet, but it will. So one of those because the horse stables here, they use those old Christmas trees both for, like, hey Tommy, yes they will, and even colder. So yeah, so this will be used for making fences and hoioma, and some and the horses apparently eat them as well. But you saw us a few weeks ago on our first HAPS broadcast. Actually, we picked the tree. No, it can get, Chuck. It can even get colder, because just a few days ago we had -37. Yeah, I mean, today it feels almost as if we're in the sauna. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. That's why we don't get a plastic tree. For us, it's much, much, much less. Hey, Kim, much less ecological choice. So, but this is what we wanted to show you today. So, because it is going to get very cold. So it was super cold a few days ago, and now it's really mild. It's almost as if we're in the sauna, because it's just like -10 or something like that. Terve Niksu. So it's very not cold at the moment for us. Oh, right. So the YouTube, it does work at least. That's so sweet. I love that, Cosmic Rose. Hey, Crystal. Um, how's the? Oh, that's so nice. How's your how's the weather in Switzerland? Actually, do you have snow at the moment, or is it cold? Because now when it was cold here, from what I understood, it was at points -35 in Spain. Can you imagine that? That's crazy. I mean, I don't know where over there they would have that, but täällä menee oikein hyvin. Nyt on niin ihana mieto pakkanen. Lovely weather at the moment. Hello to New York, Ted. But so now it's not cold. It's going to get a lot colder again, and that polar vortex here, and it's scattered. Hey, Fate. That's what I understood, that the polar vortex is scattered, and that's why why it's getting crazy in places. No, we don't actually have a snowblower, Brad.
You
Huh?
notice from the snow
Okay.
that it's like cold enough, colder than -5.
Yeah.
So it's very
Yeah. Can you
loose,
imagine that?
and it makes this rather easy.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to tell you what he is doing right now. So, if you look at the side of our yes, we are doing very fine. Side of our house. Look, here you even see still some ground. So all the way to the stones, there's so little snow this year compared to last year. And oh, these are rabbit footsteps here, by the way. Okay, well that's kind of good, I think, Crystal. So then the cold, when it was minus 37, for instance, those are the places in the house where the cold gets in. Yeah, it's true, Kim. That is how it is. So, and around the windows, of course, but now we've got really good windows. Hey, Matilde. So that's not a critical point anymore. But this is a very old. This is an old house from the 80s. My father has built it with his father and his brothers. So yeah, a little bit like that. So the walls are not super thick. But when you do this, what Stefan is doing now, so we insulate the house with snow.
Like an igloo.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Cosmic Rose was just saying.
Yeah.
So so we cover the areas where the where like he's exactly, that's what he's doing. It it does take a lot of time to heat the car, but so those areas where like the materials, like, how do you say that, Stefan, when the wall and the floor meet? Hey, Chantal. Huh? No, but you know, those. Fade says hello. Fade.
Oh, hey, hello.
Okay, good. Maybe it is. So that those places where that's where the cold gets in the worst, and that's when you cover that with snow, you block the cold from entering the house. Or, well, not completely, obviously, but
No.
it.
I mean, it's, you know, it's physics. Snow
Oh,
is
thank you,
water,
Chantal.
and water doesn't get colder than about 0 degrees
Yeah.
Celsius, of course.
Yeah.
So if you put that around
I'll
the
show
house,
that in a second.
then it blocks
Hey,
the
Jane.
extreme cold.
Draft. Yeah, exactly. It stops the draft. And
Yeah, but not only the draft, also the because there's
let's go closer. So we hear Stefan.
Those intersections. So where the concrete fundament of the house,
Yeah.
and the insulated wall where they meet each other, that's obviously also sort of a breach in the actual insulation layer.
Yeah.
So that's that breach we are covering with with snow. Well, so, I mean, the physics of it is that we are basically covering it with water. So that those intersections don't get colder than about 0 - 1 Celsius.
So you see there, if you compare that, you see that it actually, now that Stefan is doing it, kind of looks naked without it, doesn't it? So this is a very simple way to keep your house warmer. And then what you see then in a few days, there will be a tiny, perfectly described, Stefan, says Cosmic Rose. There is a
Who says that?
Cosmic Rose says that.
Yeah, thank you.
There is going to be a tiny gap between here. Hey, the born Cape Cod, USA. Yeah. So because we do get enough snow, and the snow is dry, that's why we can do it.
And the snow is for free.
The snow is for free. Yeah, this is the only thing you need is manpower. We can swap in a second. I can do that for a while, and you can scope.
So the building power is
well, in many ways, I'm better at this than you are. I'm more effective, but you've got more power than me. So I've got a better technique, obviously, because I've been doing this all my life. But it really makes a difference. You don't want a cold beer when you've got like minus 10 degrees Celsius. After sauna, yeah. Pancakes. Well, then he would have to make them himself because he's the pancake master of the house. Going on haps. Oh, that's a shame. Right, yeah. I don't know how those things work now, but we are doing this. We are sending it through HAPS now because that makes for us the most sense. Because we can broadcast this to multiple places at the same time. So that's why we're not doing Twitter live. It makes much more sense to broadcast to several platforms at the same time. Check your email. Yeah, and I actually replied to you, Cosmic Rose, as well. Did you get my reply? Oh, maybe you have to check your junk folder. Maybe it went there. Hey, Ellevi. Hey. Yeah, in 2 months it's no longer there. Always an issue with comments, right? Well, yeah, there were all through the years there were always problems with that. We had all kinds of problems with Periscope and Android, like that half green screen that was in the beginning for a really long time. Our phone or our broadcasts when they were live, they're always half green. Yeah, but this works fine for us. Behind you, the landscape. Yeah, you can. Oh, you were asking about the houses as well. Look, that's our nearest neighbor on that side. You see the red dot there. There is the school behind the, that orange that you see behind the trees. The kids don't go there anymore, but thank you for subscribing. Oh, okay.
Until last summer, Urho still went there.
Yeah, but now not anymore.
No, now the kids, there's the bus stop over there. Can you see the bus stop from there or not?
Not from here.
But there's no next to the bus stop. And that's where the kids get on the bus.
I think it'll give less issues later. Yeah?
Go ahead. So that's where the kids get on the bus to Kittilä.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 20 minutes then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jane, for the award. It will be in landscape mode, from what I understood. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't follow ice hockey, but I do know the players approximately. So I know whom you're talking about. Finland is an ice hockey country, of course. So this is how it looks on the other side, as you were asking. There, behind there's our other neighbor. Then perhaps Android app is ready for landscape, but like that. Yeah. Because I saw that they were going to do it very soon. And then over there's also a neighbor, but that house is empty. So, hey, Mark. You see, there's like a white house between those trees there. Everything is sort of a bit hidden. And then if you look down from here, down there's houses as well. They didn't used to be there when I was a kid, but all the other ones were. So when I was a child, that was sort of our backyard. No, my phone isn't. I mean, I wouldn't be able to have a phone that would freeze in sub-zero. That's one of the most important things for us. It does, doesn't it, Alex? We haven't gotten that much snow compared to last year. Last year we had masses, but now it's rather little so far. I mean, obviously it's going to be snowy. Do you want to swap? Shall I?
No, I was going to. People notice what you're walking.
Hey, John. On. Oh yeah. Hey, Hal.
Because I made a couple of rounds. Well, I made a couple of rounds around the house with the snowmobile, so that it's easier to.
Yeah, this is almost as if we were walking on a road. Hey, to Brazil. Yeah. But yeah, global warming actually brings more snow here because it increases the rainfall here in Lapland. But it also means that this,
the rain comes
in the form of snow here, of course. The shops to get food, they are 1 kilometer away. So we walk. In the summertime, we walk or bike to the shop. In the wintertime, we do that as well, unless it's, cold and we're too lazy. Hey, to India. Oh, yeah, there wasn't it? Universal Truth. Happy Sunday to you too. So look, as you see, like now Stefan has to really scrape the snow to actually get it there to the side of the house. Compared to last year, there was so much more that you wouldn't need to take anything from up here.
No, but it's also because I made
Tripped your plan.
Oh yeah. Because there is not a hard track here, I can't push the snow from
Yeah, that's
here.
also true.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I couldn't remember it at all. I'm afraid that that lady has stopped having it though. She doesn't have the plant nursery anymore. Oh, thank you, Paige. Thank you, thank you. This shovel is not very good. This is plastic, and it's called kola in Finnish. So it's a special word for it. And yeah, but that's just because we never bought like a real one. But then again, this is like, you don't need to go to the gym when you do this. So this is the way to keep your house warmer, keep yourself warm. Yeah, she finished with it because she was going on pension. So that's really a shame. But there are more than one in the area, so now we just have to drive a bit further. But then then what we are also going to do today still, but that I'm not going to. Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you. That I'm not going to be broadcasting, but today we are still going, because then I'm needed as well very much. We're going to get some firewood because our house heats. That's true. Dinner guest on Saturday. Oh, that's nice. I hope they liked it. Brett's dinner guest from Saturday night has been to Finland. And John Deere, yes, we do. No, but yeah, that's a funny thing. Sorry, it insulates really well. Oh, thank you, Universal Truth. But I was just going to say something. What on earth was it? Oh, already forgot about it. Yeah, well, then I'll continue with that then. That it's true that the snow, that's for instance, some animals use that in the wintertime. So even the ones that don't hibernate, they make them, like certain birds, they make themselves a hole in the snow for the night. So, huh? I will show that, yeah, but it's no, it's not like Paris. Oh yeah, that's true. I will tell you about that. But yeah, so some birds use snow to cover themselves, to keep themselves warm. Making yogurt, cool. So, and that's what they tell you if you would get lost in the, forest. That would be one way to survive. Would be like dig yourself into the snow, make yourself like a hole in the snow.
Natural snow covers.
Yeah. Well, let's go walk there. You have to show that. Birds don't. Yeah, they do, some of them, but not all of them. There's birds that don't migrate. So the birds that stay here, they have to, of course, be able to handle the cold, huh? Bird igloo. Migrate.
Yeah. So,
sorry.
This is now a relatively small spruce.
Oh, nice.
But in the forest, you have these big, massive spruces. And what happens is that when the snow hangs on the branches start hanging down. So under the spruce, you get this natural shelter.
You see that.
So if there's a bigger spruce, you can see it better. But especially when all the branches are covered with snow,
and when they're hanging down. This here, the branches are going sideways a bit,
but rather young spruce compared to the ones that you have deep in the forest. So you have the really big old spruces, and they create sort of this natural igloo. Yeah. So you can really go in and around the trunk of the tree.
Cosmic Rose, Universal Truth says hello. She can see you. If you don't see it, then just to let you know. Yes.
Yeah. So you get this under the spruce, this space that stays a bit warmer then around the tree because it's insulated by the snow. And there's even, because there's some green bits still sticking through the snow there, so animals often find some food there and a place to.
Yeah. So it's like a home with restaurant and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to have you here, Pete. It was always funny to see people's pictures, like with Pete's beautiful sea background, and then then we have this white snow, and looking at people who are like in this sun and warmth. But now in the darkest period, hello, hey Sad. So now when the darkest period is gone and the sun comes up again, now it's going to be a lovely spring here as well. So we're going to get those incredibly blue skies and bright sun, beautiful skiing weather and everything. Oh yeah, but I was still saying about this particular shovel. So this is called kola in Finnish. That means this kind of wide, big scoop that you use to clean the yard. And this one is a bad quality one. It's flimsy. It's still, I could use a little bit of summer now, but it's surprising that it's lasted as long as it has, because we've had it for several years already, haven't we? Like,
it's not that bad quality, it's just a bit clumsy.
Well, it is. The plastic is not good. It's not durable plastic compared to like the. It has, but if we would have a Fiskars one, it would last a lot longer. Surviving this. Yeah, but Chantal, that's brilliant. That's all. It's also just really lovely stuff to do, isn't it? And it's good for your health as well. So here you need to, as you see here, the foundations are much higher than on the other side of the house. So you need a much bigger layer of snow as well. But here it's not so important anymore. Stefan doesn't have to do the whole house. This is pretty much as far as they make scissors. Yeah, they are Finnish and they are the best.
Until the door there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you want. But because that's where the bedrooms are. That's where it's the most important. But okay, excellent. I don't know. Did they already update the Android version? I haven't, because I don't have automatic updates, so I have to check. But yeah, John, so Fiskars, that's a Finnish brand. And the orange scissors, that's what they make. They have always been like not elected, voted as the best scissors in the world. And they make all that kind of, they make these things that we as Finns use.
One of the reasons why Fiskars scissors are good scissors is because they are in a packing that you don't need scissors to actually open. That's the most terrible thing, when you pack scissors and packings that you need scissors for to open.
Yeah, that's true.
If you already have scissors, you wouldn't buy them.
Yeah, that's true, John, isn't it? No, there's no basement here. Oh, temperature. You have to tell me how much, or if somebody can look it up. I never remember how much that is in Celsius. But I guess that it's quite warm, probably. So, yeah. So there's a lot of Finnish companies that make these like practical things, Like for instance, Fiskars. They all kinds of kitchenware and this, shovels and things to. Hey, to Atlanta. Nice to have you, Kimberly. No, yeah, we are not being paid. Oh, look, these people have just come from skiing. You see, they're walking with their skis on their shoulder, cross-country skis. Yes. So there's a cross-country skiing track right next to our house. About to launch an Android update, but okay, yeah, okay. Well, we'll see that then. No, we use wood. Oh yeah, that was one of the things as well that I was going to talk about. So combination of wood and electricity. So we have a system that runs on both, so on firewood and on electricity. We use electricity when it's not too cold, because it's quite a hassle to work with the firewood. But then when it is like -37, like like it was now this week, then you really need to use the wood system as well. It just gets crazy expensive otherwise. And also the electric system, it just doesn't quite have enough power for that kind of temperatures. So then we heat with the wood system, we heat the water to like 80 degrees, 80, 90 degrees. Meanwhile, with the electric system, we can get it up to 60. And that's, you know, when in temperatures like that, that's not really enough. Aga, you mean the one that we use for heating? No, I'm not sure what kind of system. I mean, there are several systems. But the one that we've got like a really big boiler, so water boiler. And the system, we heat the water with firewood, and the water is distributed, yeah, to the like water radiators, yeah. And then many people have wall heat, the ground floor heating, but we don't. This is an old house from the 80s, beginning of 80s, and Northern Lights this week, as there was. Oh no, I haven't. Does somebody actually manage? Oh, brilliant. I haven't tried for a long time either, if I would be able to already scope them, but
Reisa's house, for instance, doesn't even have any other option.
No, Reisa's house is an old house, but it didn't used to have anything else but a big oven in the middle of the house. Yeah, but I mean that would be the only way to heat it. But now it has electricity, huh? No, there's electricity as well. Yeah, yeah, of course there is. They have electric heaters as well.
No, I didn't see it.
We are in Finnish Lapland, so we are 175 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. So we are really in the Arctic. This is the area where in the wintertime the sun doesn't come up, and in the in the summertime it doesn't go down. Yeah, old house, as in a lot of the houses here in this area are rather new. So so 80s in that context is old, and also because this is a wooden building. So we don't have, like, Stefan is from the Netherlands, and over there they have houses that are Suomi. Yes, exactly. In the Netherlands, you know, some of the houses are really old, but and the stone houses, of course, they can last for quite a while. Hey, good morning to Allentown. So in that sense, yes, this is not a modern house. You know, when you look at, like, again here in between, you see the new school over there in between. That is a modern building, but then again you get problems with that as well, because at a certain point, like in the 90s and in the 2000s earlier, the way that they would insulate the houses wasn't, you know, what we call them like plastic bags. So some of the houses, they would get moldy because the system of the building and the materials they used, they didn't sort of use the old wisdom when they were building. They they used plastic instead, and that didn't turn out very good. But at the moment in Finland, a lot of the new schools that are being built in the old way, and they are made of logs. Oh, thank you, Hal. Thank you. Yeah, it is Winter Wonderland. But you did tell me, didn't you, for a while, at least, have snow earlier? That it melted, if I remember correctly. What was I going to? Oh, I was going to still go around the house, since we now have this track, and Stefan is almost done with covering the side of the house. One week before Christmas. Okay, well, At least you had some, you know. Stefan was driving this with a snow scooter. So at the moment we're on top of about maybe 40 centimeters.
No,
50, no? 30.
Yeah.
30 centimeters of snow.
Might even be on 25 to 30.
You think so? No, but it can't be because I'm at the same level as the steps.
You're at the same level as the second step.
But it's, yeah, no, but it is at least 30 centimeters. But if it was last year, there would be good work, says Brett. Yes, says Stefan. If it was last year, there would be about 30 centimeters or more on top of this. There was really. How much was there by this time? Huh?
Last year would have had at least half a meter factor.
Was
It was almost a meter already.
Was it at this time already?
Almost a meter.
Minus 37. Well, minus 37. Wasn't it so that minus 40 Celsius and minus 40 Fahrenheit is the same? So minus 37, you know, comes close. So 32 Fahrenheit, yeah, but could be minus, yeah. Oh, beep, beep, beep. You hear that? So these are some of the birds that are here in the Hömötiainen, yeah, in the another one over there that are here in the winter time. They stay here. Thank you for subscribing, Jade. Jade.
Yeah, just be a sign that the sun is back.
Yeah, that's what you get then. You know, when it's completely dark, you don't see the you don't see the birds. Well, you don't hear the birds either, but at this time you do. If you get a quick thaw in the spring, does it flood around the house? Well, around the house we don't have that problem because we are a bit on a hill, and it sort of, as you saw, like the foundations were much lower there than they are here, as you see. So all the water runs down. The lake is down there. Yeah, this is a well done, well made house. Hey, from Tree Huggers.
But houses that are close
I'll
to
tell
the
you
lake,
Jane in a
closer to
second.
the river, they can get in trouble sometimes.
Yeah, there are houses that flood. We don't have that problem, and I'm very happy about that. This is.
The floods are getting higher.
They are. Well, yeah.
There's houses that were 30, 40 years ago still in the safe zone. They're not in the safe zone anymore nowadays.
Yeah. So that's a tricky situation for a lot of people. But yeah, we feed. At the moment, we don't feed the birds. That, to be honest, we feed them in the forest, but not here. So not around our house. But then again, there's a lot of people around here that do. So they are not in the over here. They are not in trouble. The birds. But, oh, thank you, Scott. This is very much like a house the way that they were built in the 80s, you know. And as I said, Dad built it together with his brothers and his father. 2 centimeters. Oh yeah, in Amsterdam. Okay, but that's, you know, I loved it when it was sometimes snowing in the Netherlands when I was still living there. You know, it felt so homey. But that's of course because this is where I come from, you know. Now you're going to see some ugly things. I'm very sorry about that. This is like the messy side. Everything is packed here. Well, maybe I'm not even going to walk this direction. I will walk carefully. There's all the because we have other people's children coming to our house, you know, every week. Actually, we take care of children. I've been telling you about that. We're like this support family for families that don't have anybody in the surroundings. So hey to Italy. So we are a support family for those families, and then we have kids, small kids coming like weekly. to hang out with us so that their parents can have a moment of peace and quiet, which they wouldn't because they've got nobody to take care of their kids. You know, of course the daycare, but apart from that. Hey, it's a Corsica. Look, but here, oh, the sound you hear, that's snow scooters, by the way. Yeah, but yeah, and it's, I mean, it's nice thing to do, and it's good. It's nice to help out other people, and it's also a lot of fun because our uh yeah, those kids, the kids, they come to our house. Yes, I mean, obviously we invite our friends over and our family, but you know, that's what we do. So here's Stefan's other snow scooter, and that's his coffee sled, which is resting here after intense use and before the season continues. So he has like a couple of weeks holiday now before there's more visitors in Levi again. That's true, and especially in a place like where we live now, because there's a lot of people that move here from the south to work in the tourism, and so their own families are somewhere else, and they don't, you know, they don't have anybody that would, you know, give them a little break sometimes. So we do that, and that's why we have all kinds of swings and things around the house. That's why we have that trampoline as well. And this, I don't know if you've seen it. You've probably seen it before. Ah, this one has broken now. Have to fix it. This is the one of the hammock stands that we use when we go to places where there are no trees to hang your hammock from. Dad has built it with Stefan. This one, according to the internet's instructions. It's a very handy thing. Now we're on the front yard again. Yes, exactly. That's our home spruce. Well, there's actually a spruce and a pine tree right next to each other. Yes, right, exactly. And that's a birch tree. So those are. So there's a spruce and a pine. There's a birch tree, and then that one there, that is a rowan tree. And then they are considered, and here as well, they are considered like the protectors of the yard. Hey, it's Brighton. So in the olden days, you wouldn't take them down just like that because they were holy trees. Pihlaja. And one of my favorite things at Christmas is druid trees. Yeah. That's what they are. They I make this gel, this jelly from rowan berries with a bit of cognac, and that is so good with cheese. I love it. Look, this, I think this one is Fiskars, isn't it? Yeah, look, the brand that I was talking about. It's a Finnish one. And this is a Fiskars snow shovel. I love it. It's a great thing, and it's very durable. So let's still see where Stefan is. Then we can say bye to Stefan, because now we have to go and get the firewood. Now as you see, the house is now nicely insulated. Excellent. I'm glad if I managed to do that. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's still busy. Oh, yeah, thank you. It's that's the great thing, that it is a tradition here. Hey, Alexis. That kind of making stuff yourself, that really is it's a Finnish tradition. It's certainly a Lappish tradition. And you insulated the stairs as well.
Yeah.
You insulated the.
Well, there was already snow, but I did a bit off.
Okay.
I mean, when air gets in from there.
Yeah, sure. Don't completely get yourself sweaty. We still need to get the firewood as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yes. So maybe
what time is it
now it is 20 to 2 already.
already.
Yeah.
Quit this and go and get the fire.
Yeah. So then work. So oh well, good night to you too. Oh, to you, not to me, obviously. I will wait a second.
Well, wait several seconds, please.
Not for that.
Oh.
For me to say hi, like face to face. So hi. We are going to go and we're going to get some firewood. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you very much. Here, Stefan.
Hey.
So you can wish us luck. Send us some.
There,
Yeah, it says. Well, there it is now. You can wish us some. Wish us luck getting the firewood. It's going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to be whining. I'm really bad at that because I'm the whole time complaining. Yeah, I have to do work like that. Nice to have you here. I will now swap the camera again like this so that you can watch the nice surroundings instead. Thank you for being here, people. Yeah, nice. See you next time. So next Sunday that would be. Thank you. You can beam us some firework, no woodwork energy. Thank you for being here. Hey, nice that you were here. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.